kind
garbage.
of garbage being dished out by Rappler, which is an American CIA-funded news agency, and which has been, well, they have not paid their taxes, and we are questioning them because media must be 100% owned by the country,
Okay,
Philippines.
the Philippines. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the video, man. You guys know who it is. It's Kevo. Okay, man. So this one is what one of you guys want me to check out, okay? But before we get into the video, like, I want to address something. A lot of people have been saying, Kevin, to stay away from this kind of topic and stuff like that. But I'm like, why should I stay away from this kind of topic? Honestly, guys, I've been looking at, like, I've been to the Philippines, and I've really seen that the president's actually doing a great job in the Philippines, man. That's just from my point of view. Like, I've talked to a lot of people. They always tell me, like, yo, Kevo, honestly, since President Duterte has, like, came into power, the Philippines is much safer, man. Like Davao, I heard that Davao was one of, like, the worst places in the Philippines. People were terrified to go out in Davao, and now Davao is one of the safest places in the Philippines, like, because of this guy. So I don't understand why some people will say don't do this stuff, but anyways, I'm still gonna be doing this kind of topics because I think this president is really interested in, man, and I really think he's doing something really good for the Philippines. And like me as a foreigner, like, I feel safe going to the Philippines and just being around the people, because the thing about it, everyone, like, when I first said I was going to the Philippines, like, way back in, like, April, I said I was going to the Philippines, everyone's like, oh my god, be careful, don't go to Manila, don't go, watch your wallet, watch your camera stuff, be like. And I walked around Manila and nothing happened to me. Even up to now, nothing has happened to me since I've been in the Philippines. So why not find out some more about the man who is doing such a good job of, like, cleaning up the Philippines. So anyways, enough of me going on like a ranting, whatever, man. So this is apparently the president went on a Russian TV a couple days ago in Moscow, talking about what's going on in the Philippines right now, the volcano and everything, just the Filipino economy and everything. And I figured, you know what, let me check it out. Let's see what they had to say. So anyways, man, let's get into this.
Mr. President, thank you very much for speaking to RT at this difficult time for your country, difficult period, which is what my first question is about. Your recent absence during the Tal volcano eruption, and people have been worried. There has been widespread concern about that absence and about your health. Are you still fit to be president?
You know, please do not believe media.
Okay.
Especially the Rappler, that's the mouthpiece of the CIA and the U.S. I was there before they made the announcement that they did not go. I was there 2 days earlier. Then I went home to Davao to rest. When I came back last night, I went directly again to the evacuation areas.
Wow.
So do not believe that kind
garbage.
of garbage being dished out by Rappler, which is an American CIA-funded news agency, and which has been, well, they have not paid their taxes, and we are questioning them because media must be 100% owned by the country, Philippines.
Okay, the Philippines.
We found out there are a lot of, for one, it's owned by the Americans.
Yeah.
And so it does violate the Constitution, which says that media or the press should be owned by 100%
Filipino.
Well, while you were there, when you went back to the volcano, you promised to pee on the volcano and to eat its ash. Is that part of a new government
This
policy,
guy's really
perhaps?
trying to make him look bad.
A war on volcanoes?
You can tell this reporter.
That is one aspect of life which we cannot really fight, in the sense that when Mother Nature blows, it blows, and we'll just have to take the necessary steps to counter it, to meet the challenges of the ash fall and the devastation that it will create on the livelihood of peoples who
Okay.
lost their livelihood and their homes.
Well, as you say, it's never easy. Every new day brings a new challenge. And
Yes,
one of your latest challenges is that you got a taste of U.S. sanctions for the alleged mistreatment of an opposition politician. My question is, have you learned the lesson that Trump was trying to teach you?
It should be the U.S. who should learn the lesson from us, because they think that we are a backward country, that we are
That's
in
true.
medieval times, that we are incapable of dispensing justice. We have survived. In 1946, we were declared a republic. And before that, we fought the Americans in their occupation. You see, the opposition and the communists got together to invent these issues about Secretary de Lima receiving money by way of campaign contributions from the drug lords in this country.
Okay.
And the Americans simply do not believe that a Secretary of Justice is incapable of receiving money to finance or to ensure.
So they believe that they
victory.
took the money, even though the Senate
And
didn't.
they wrote on the issue that it was a trump-up charges by the opposition, the yellow, the liberals, and by the communists. And so they started to believe in the lies of the opposite side.
Wow.
Now, we cannot do anything. Trump says that, it's not just Trump, but the United States says that one of the sanctions would be that they would not allow the entry of any official connected with the prosecution of Secretary de Lima. I countered that if you do that, then I will not allow the Americans to enter into the Philippines without a visa. They should get a visa from our embassies there. As of now, they come and enter as if they own the place.
Oh, wow.
So I countered that if you do that, then you start to have
A visa.
to present as a visa before you enter the country.
One of the staples of your presidency has been a U-turn in foreign policy. You've been making a lot of other friends with, for example, with Russia, with China. My question is, what can Russia and China offer you, the Philippines, that America can't?
Nothing, except that you respect the sovereignty.
Okay.
Because America continues to look us as a vassal state. Because when
That's
we were
right.
under the Americans for 50 years, and they live off the fat of the land before we got our independence.
Wow.
We went to war against them. So, if you do not, if I cannot get a credible posture from the Americans,
Go somewhere else.
I can get it from the Russian and the
Chinese government.
Chinese government. It's because they respect the sovereignty
Of the country.
of the country, which
The
America
Philippines is equal to them.
is totally lacking. It's not only the Philippines.
America thinks they're
All
better
over
than
the world,
everyone
They do not respect sovereignty of government.
because they
in
believe they're better
recent
than everyone.
years, you've pointedly been shopping for example, Russian weapons.
Yes.
Most recently, the joint Indian-Russian cruise
Helicopters.
missile.
Yes.
But you never got your credit card out. You never did. The question is, why? What are you waiting for?
We had to do. We had our priorities.
The helicopters,
I was,
there you go.
buying for 12 cargo helicopters.
Okay.
And we are not a rich country. However, we program the funds of government, how to budget it. There's always not enough to go around with. So I'm sure that we'll have to make the down payments and be prompt in our, just because Russia is a friend, it doesn't follow that we do not, we we abscond or we do not pay our debts. So
Okay.
it's still money, and we're really short of it actually. We're not that
Okay.
rich, but we have placed the orders now.
Okay.
12 military helicopters,
Yeah, I heard about that.
cargo choppers.
How far do you think trade and cooperation, friendship between Russia and the Philippines can realistically go? After all, there is 8,000 kilometers separating Moscow and Manila. What do you want from this relationship? Is it nuclear energy
Well,
or mining or something else?
I'm sure Russia could come here and look for viable business
Business.
that
In the country, yeah.
can help Russia, your country. And we do not consider the distance as a limit
That's
in our
right.
friendship, in our desire
It's
to
not
be
that far.
a partner of Russia and the rest of the Eastern countries in trade and commerce. We do not think that the distance is
On the lines.
is on the minus side.
Okay.
It's a plus side. And nothing can really be a hindrance if you really want to do it with another country.
Well, one country that's been getting very close to the Philippines is China.
China.
Physically,
Yes.
it has been getting very close because,
Yeah.
unlike, say, for example, Vietnam, which has been very vocal in its opposition to China's South China Sea claims, you and the Philippines, they haven't been as vocal in their opposition. Why is that?
Because, you know, the other side really wants to do a more aggressive stance.
Okay.
And I cannot afford to do it. I cannot afford a stand where I would be drumming my war
War drums.
drums because we cannot afford it. It would annihilate the Philippines.
Really?
And so that is a very dangerous.
So that's why they avoid
Spratly
war?
Island is near our islands,
Very close.
our provincial islands. The local government of the Philippines is near them.
Yes.
And so it would be a reckless move if I send out, just like Vietnam, small vessels only to get the bloody nose at the end of the day. The response might not be that
So Philippines can't afford to go to war right now.
contained if I get to move because of the so many American ships.
That's
here.
right. America has
They
so
might,
many ships.
Just also want to take advantage and make a pretext that they are defending the Philippines, and it will blow out beyond
Out of
our
control.
control. And I said, a war with China at this time is of no use to us.
That's right.
We might as well just be friendly, do some, improve our trade
This
and
is a
commerce,
smart man.
and let time heal its.
Like, I feel like America just
its,
wants to have wars all the time.
Tomorrow will take care of itself. One thing for sure. And like any other historical claim, the world is always changing. And we did not really do it at the expense of the lives of Filipinos.
You see?
Well,
Do you see that right there, man? This guy loves his country, man. Every time I said that, he puts the Filipino people first before anything. Anything. He doesn't want to waste any lives of the Filipinos, like to fight a pointless war. Do you see that? Fight a pointless war.
Speaking of changing times, you've been president now. You're into your fourth year. Honestly, how would you rate yourself? How would you rate what you have done? Because your war on drugs has divided the world.
Correct.
Your
Divided the world.
Dutertenomics, as they call them, have divided economists. Will you be remembered as someone who solved problems or as someone who created problems?
Solved, definitely.
Well, no need to remember me
In the future.
in the future. But
Okay.
let me say it here and now,
Here now.
that drugs can destroy, uncontrolled drugs in a country will destroy itself.
Yeah.
And I've told everybody that if you destroy my country, like the Philippines, with drugs, I will kill you.
Wow. Openly.
There's
That's it.
no quarrel about that.
No quarrel.
I will kill you.
That's it. Just like that. He
And-
loves
and,
his country.
But economics is I'm veering towards so many. I'd like to open new fronts with Russia, with China. We have increase in trade and commerce. It's robust. And maybe if I could start trading with Russia, it would be good. It would be not fine. I mean, America is not the Philippines, and the Philippines is not America.
America.
It ain't that way anymore. And I refuse to dovetail their American foreign policy.
A lot of countries
We're
getting
always
tired of
at,
America, man. A lot of countries, actually.
They were always antagonizing the Chinese.
Always.
And so did the Philippines. I just received an invitation to go to the United States together with the Asian leaders. I haven't been to the States. I was invited by Obama. Well, I did not go there.
Will you go?
No. No.
Didn't you say you wanted to make friends?
Yeah, but one time when I was being criticized by Obama in a press conference, he should have realized that I was also a head of sovereign state. But he should have criticized me in the proper venue. Should have brought the case to the United Nations rather than castigate a president of another country on a press con.
Oh,
So I
wow.
got mad. But I would never do it to Trump because he's a very nice person. Actually, Trump is a nice person.
Trump is a nice person.
It's just his style of doing things. But Trump does not. I do not believe that he really wants to go to war. Maybe he wants to teach
Some leaders. Okay.
some leaders also.
How can the Philippines stay on the path that you set without your passion and without your
A lot of people
unique
said that.
style?
Good.
Frankly, I cannot answer the question, and I cannot even who's going to succeed me. It would greatly depend on the people now, either in the opposition or with me in my administration, to really think hard about it. But if we are improving economically,
Yeah.
if we have reduced crime to 47%,
Oh, Lord.
we have lowered the drug-related crimes here, it would mean a lot. I would gladly say that no country can progress without law and order. No
That's right.
country, no city. That is always in my experience.
Lastly, if I may, why do you think people have allowed you to do and say what you have done and said? Why is it that sometimes you've done things that they don't want and yet still they support you?
Someone has to make the hard
Because,
decisions.
People are used to, human beings are animals of habit. When it's being done and done and done, repeatedly done, it's kind of it comes to them naturally and almost a second nature. But when they see good things arising from a little discipline, if they see improvement of the things which are allowed but are prohibited, people should realize that it is in my generation it is during my time that I should be doing things to protect, to make them easy.
That's right.
I fight the wars, and I want to end it now.
Right.
And I want to end communism. I want to
End
end
it now.
drug problems, or at least reduce them to the
Wow.
barest minimum.
This guy really
So
cares,
that
man,
the
about his
next
country.
generation will not have so many problems to solve.
Wow.
Tell me if it's wrong to be passionately defending
Wow.
your country
This guy loves his country.
against drugs, especially now that the drugs come in from the Bambo trial, the Bambo trial, and Senyelosa is also coming in with cocaine. There has never been there's always been a short of supply, but now there's an abundant, and it would only come from Mexico. And the trial, triad countries there in somewhere in
China.
China. Well, it is not the policy of China. China also executes people,
Yeah.
but we are not as rich as China. We don't have the most sophisticated
Gadgets.
gadgets. We cannot afford the high-priced drug, well, whatever it is,
The one they give to execute people.
equipments that can tell you if drug is there or not.
At your age, what drives you? What motivates men that are older increasingly to go into politics at 70, at 80? Because politics, it's difficult. It's a fight. It takes a lot of energy. Every day it's a daily war. What motivates you to get up in the morning?
I have not realized that. I have not taken it into account. But I do my work just the same as early as when I first entered politics.
Yeah.
In 1988, I was
with Davao
elected
City.
mayor of the city of Davao. Then for the succeeding years, I never lost an election until the presidency. So it started in 1988 as mayor, then as a congressman, then as a vice mayor to my daughter, to skip the prohibition of a successive fourth term. It's only good for 3. Then I asked my daughter to run as mayor. I ran for vice mayor. Then resumed my mayorship again. Until this, I never realized, I never counted the years that I was in politics. I was there just to work and work and work since 1988.
And aren't you getting tired?
Yes, a bit, I would say. Physically,
Yeah.
there's always a diminution. In the many hours you can stay awake, and the number of days you're out in the field inspecting public works and visiting military camps and all, and going to the fronts, especially during the Marawi siege. I was there almost 10 times. I flew in there, stayed until
Loves his
midnight,
country,
and
man. I'm
flew
telling
out.
you. All I hear is a
So
man
those
who
were the
loves his
things,
country.
that I said, maybe the stress added to the, when you say bone weary, when you are really weary of doing things. And I said, because aside from the fact that you have to stay late and you have to travel, and then there's the tremendous stress of flying where the bullets were whizzing around, and I got a hole in the helicopter, in one of the helicopters that I rode.
President, you've been, like always, very candid and straightforward.
Very
one more time.
straightforward.
Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure.
Very straightforward. Very straightforward, man. That's one thing about President Duterte, man. He is very straightforward about his intentions. He doesn't hide. He doesn't stray away from it, man. Like from what I've seen for this whole video is someone who honestly is proud to say that he's a Filipino. Someone who truly loves his country and will do anything, absolutely anything, to make sure that his country at the end of the day, when he's finished his term, is a better place for Filipinos and everyone to live, man. That is what I see here. Like, for example, the helicopters and the missiles. He chose to get the cargo helicopters, because he knows that would benefit his country. He could have got missiles, but he didn't get the missiles. He got the helicopters instead, because that was the first priority first. The helicopters help his country. Missiles are great, but missiles are more if you have an intention for like war. And clearly the Philippines right now, they do not want to go to war with anyone. They do not want to go to war with China. They do not want to give the Americans like a reason to go with China, because they said the Americans' ships are right along the border on the waters, waiting to help if the Philippines needs it. But the Philippines do not want to go to war with China or anyone else. He seems like he really wants to improve his country. He's going out there making friends with whoever he can, like the Russians, trying to make friends with the Chinese and trade to better his country. And trust me, I've been to like Manila. And I don't know if you guys know the Manila Bay, Ayala Manila Bay Mall. Like that mall looks amazing, man. Honestly, what they're doing over in that section in the Philippines, it's so much improved. When I went there for the first time, I honestly said, "Wow, this honestly reminds me of being like at home in Canada, because it's so modern. It looks so good. The Philippines is not like a third world country. At least he is trying to make a difference, trying to really change it from like a third world country to be somewhere where people can like prosper, people can have good jobs. But it's not gonna happen like overnight. So he's doing his best. He said he wants to get at least the war on drugs cut down, completely gone, while in his term, while he's serving as the president. He wants to, for the next generation, to have a better life. And I really do believe that that's what he wants. Honestly, I do believe that's what he wants. I don't think he has any like bad intentions for his country. I do not believe he's taking any kind of money, like getting paid off. Because from what I've heard, man, this guy is tough on everyone and he treats everyone fair. Rich, poor, whoever you are, foreign, doesn't matter. If you're a foreigner, you go to the Philippines, do something wrong, guess what? You get arrested. Simple as that. You're getting arrested and tossed in jail. So he treats every single person equally. No one gets special treatment or anything. So at the end of the day, man, I believe that the President Duterte is doing a great job for the Philippines, man. And some people may not agree with that. Some people may be against that. But that's just my personal opinion. Some people do not like my personal opinion. That's fine, because that's your personal opinion. This is my personal opinion. But anyways, man, that's the end of the video. If you guys made it all to the end, you guys know what to do, man. Thumbs up the video for me right now. Share the video with your friends. Subscribe, you guys. I love the video, man. And don't forget to check me out on my Instagram at itskevo_life_. Alright? And out. That's it. I'm out. Peace.